Hello, students. I hope you all are well and studying in your home. Today we will discuss on the questions which I gave you earlier from page number 84 to 87 in chemistry, chapter 3rd. The name is water. Today we will discuss about the some questions which I already said to you to solve. So, the first question is water exists in all the three states. Discuss. So, how you all know that water exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gases. So, how can you write them in a proper way? So, you can see here in free state, water is a liquid. When water gets freezes to 0 degree Celsius, it will turn to ice, which is in solid form. When we heat water to 100 degrees centigrade, it vaporizes into water vapors, which are the gaseous states of water. Hence, it is said that water exists in all the three states. Okay, so here the questions. How can you write the answer of a question? Okay, now we move to the next question. Why water is considered as a compound, or why water is considered a compound? Water is made up of two elements. We all know that there are hydrogen and oxygen, which are in the ratio of 1 by 8 by mass. Hence, water is considered as a compound. So, this is the simple one question. As you know that in your board exams, many 1 or 2 marks question will be asked that type. So, you have to practice them. Whenever you go through any pages, you can try to make yourself to make questions also. Give the properties of water responsible for controlling the temperature of our body. So, how uh, we all know that water is responsible for maintain our body temperature, but how it can help? Water has a high specific heat capacity. Presence of water in our body also gives stability to our body. These two regions help in controlling our body temperature. First is specific heat capacity and water present in our body. These two are the regions which help controlling our body temperature. The next question is water is a universal solvent. How can you say that? Okay, you have to someone say that if water is a universal solvent, how can you prove that? Because water dissolves most of the compound to form a solution. Water can dissolve all three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gases. Hence water is called universal solvent. We all know that whenever a solid sugar is can be dissolved in water, and if we take example of other liquids and in gases also are mixed in water, so we can say that water is a universal solvent. Density of water varies with temperature. What are the consequences? So you have to uh, explain this answer like that. Water when cooled till 4 degrees centigrade maximum density levels, it starts expanding and continues till it is cooled to 0 degree Celsius, the point at which it turn to ice. This property of water enables marine life in cold regions where water freezes at the top will be liquid below the ice layer. So by this answer we can uh, easily explain that the density of water varies with temperature. When it is in 4 degrees centigrade, when it is cooled, so it will be start cooling and expanding and continues till the temperature when fall 0 degree centigrade, it become ice. Water is the effect of impurities present in water on melting point and boiling point of water. So your question is, what is the effect? Okay. If any impurities will be present in the water, what will be the effect of its melting point and its boiling point? Impurities present in water decreases the freezing temperature of water, and in the same way impurities increasing the boiling point of the water. Okay, so you can say that if any impurity are present in the water, its freezing temperature will be decrease and boiling temperature will be increase. Okay, so melting point will be decrease and boiling point will be increase. The properties of water are different from the properties of the element which is formed discuss. Okay, whenever we can say that water is mix up will be formed after the combining of hydrogen and oxygen. So because their properties are different, so how can you explain that? You have to say that water is formed by the combination of hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio of 2 by 1 as 2 as written. When the two elements are joined, the atoms lose their properties and have different properties from the elements by which they are made. Water remains liquid in room temperature, whereas hydrogen and oxygen are gases, which when combined changes the state due to the chemical reaction. Okay, due to the chemical reaction, the properties of the elements which made by the hydrogen and oxygen, in spite of having their gases, it becomes water. So these are the questions. I hope you will be understand. If any confusion, you can tell to me. Okay, thank you.